Hi, this is Kim with Mom's Creative Moments. Welcome back to my channel. Recently, we had a lesson in our Scrapbooking 101.5 series all about the custom cutting system that Creative Memories has designed. And so many of you responded with some great comments, and a couple of you had asked if I would show you how to punch around a circle. So that's what we're going to do today. I had initially thought, well, I'll just add that to our series of lessons and we'll get to it eventually, and it probably wouldn't happen until like July or something like that. But I rearranged a few things and thought, well, I'll just show it to you right now since it's kind of on some of your minds, and because it's a great, fun tool, and so I think it would be really neat for you to know how to do this. There's so much to this craft that it's like a fire hose. I could give it to you all at once, but trying really hard to just do a little bit at a time and help you learn as we go. So let's check out my workspace and I will show you how to do this really super fun punching around a circle. All right, so this is my workspace for this 101.5 lesson, and you can see that I have my jumbo circle out. This is we have a couple of different jumbo patterns, and if you're familiar with old CM, then you might have some alternate jumbo patterns because there were quite a few of them with the old company. But right now, the circle is the standard one that we carry, and occasionally you'll see other ones pop up from time to time, but this one is the one that sticks around because it's the best. Because, well, because it's the best. Because it's the most flexible, most easily used one, in my opinion. So what you do is you take a piece of paper, and I am actually using the cover sheet from one of my Serene Waters paper packs. So this is not cardstock. This is a lighter weight paper. And I suggest that the first time that you try this, that you use maybe a cover sheet from one of your paper packs or a piece of paper that's not critical to you, because it does take a little bit of practice, a little bit of a knack, but hopefully I'll be able to give you some good clues as to how to do this so that you don't ruin too much paper trying to learn how. Okay, we're going to use our red blade, use a self-healing mat of some kind. I cover my workspace with this quilting mat so that I don't have to worry about getting that out. But if you don't have the Creative Memories 13 by 13 gray mat with all the cool angle marks, or a mat like this to work on, find some kind of a self-healing surface that you can use for this. You're going to take your red blade and put the two pegs in the outside groove and go ahead and cut around to make your circle. Love our custom cutting system. It is so awesome at making perfect shapes with not much effort. You can see that's just so easy, right? Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to come in here with either your border maker housing and a border maker cartridge, or you're going to come in here with a decorative punch. And this is why I say it's good to practice, because not every border maker cartridge or decorative punch works well in this kind of an instance. But I am going to show you how to use these and how these will work. I have practiced with them and I know how to coordinate them so that they will work. And anything that others that I don't have here, maybe you have an older cartridge or other punches, just try it. You'd be really surprised at how cool this looks and how much you will like it. They're really fun to use. Okay, so I'm loading up the bicycle cartridge. This is the cartridge that came in the secret box that just came out here last month or so. And I think they're still available if you're interested in that, or go to my website or your own if you're an advisor, and make sure you have this. It's a really unique Boilermaker cartridge, and very cool. It's going to punch a circle, or punch a bicycle, which is neat. Who doesn't like that, right? You're going to flip over your punch housing so you can see the punch. You can see the paper as it goes in. And we're going to do a little bit of, it's going to be a little awkward here because I want you to be able to see this. So I'm going to hold it up closer to the camera so that it's in focus and you can see what I'm doing. Because my husband can only zoom in so far before it's blurry. So you basically just put your paper in and sort of center it. You can tell by rocking it back and forth where the edges of that circle are. Just kind of center that punch, and then go ahead and punch it just once, okay? So we're gonna just punch it and dump out the punch confetti. So there's our first punch. Okay, the second time you're going to punch this, the key here is to look for the open areas of the punch in here and connect them to where the punch ends, the previous punch ends. Okay, so we're going to put this in and line it up so that the corner of my punch is right at the corner of the previous punch. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. It's not super easy to view, but I'm going to go ahead and punch that, and then I will show you again. Okay, so I'm gonna hold it in position, not in the exact position, but so that you can see. Let me push my focus button. Okay, can you see how the paper right here, that opening from the previous punch is right there? So this corner, this point right here, I'm going to move over into the corner. So just like that. And then we're going to punch. And then you see it's connected. Okay, you do end up with this outer kind of edge, but you just tear that off and you're good to go. And you go all the way around, or you can do half, whatever is going to make you happy with that punch. Okay, it does take some hand strength to be able to do this, so if your hands are a little bit limited in that way, this might not be the best tool, the best thing for you to try. But you know, try it and see if your hands can handle it. Let me show you some of these other ones. And I have some samples that I've already punched up for you so that you can see what they look like. Okay, so here is the sunflower vine punch, and I punched this way so I could show you the difference between a couple of things. You're going to have punches that are connected, like the tent and trees. Okay, over here, this stays connected to your circle. It doesn't separate. But when you have a chain punch or a vine punch, you can see it totally separates from your center. So it's a little bit different look. And it also has these awkward triangles out here. Let me show you how this one punches, and then I will show you how to resolve those awkward triangles. Okay, so I've already punched it a few times. I'm going to come in here and still go ahead and make these meet up. I'm pushing my paper all the way in till it hits the back of the punch, and then on this one, where the vine comes together, right here is where I am placing my paper. So you can see there is open paper. Let me just raise this up and refocus again. You can see this is the punched out area from the previous punch, and then where it where this side of the punch meets is where I am lining it up, so that I can then punch that out. Sometimes things get stuck in here. Okay, punch that out. And then what we do is we get our precision scissors and we come back in here and we cut this piece so that it looks like it just connects. So we just come in here and just kind of connect the vine over. So just like that, and then I would have punched all the way around the circle and had a beautiful circle of flowers, okay? Or you can just do a half of a circle and then cut it out. Sorry, I'm just gonna punch this one more time. Oop, I just remembered I am not focused. So sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna punch this one more time, but that is not in all the way. So paper all the way to the back of the punch, lining up the space where the punches come together. Sometimes it can be a little shadowy and hard to see, so you want to do this in really good light so that you can see it. And sometimes it gets caught, so you just have to be super patient. Okay, so there's that. We'll come in here and we'll connect this one. When you're using cardstock, it's a little bit easier because it doesn't flex quite so much as this paper does. Okay, so then you would come in, if you do the whole circle, you don't have to do this part. But if you don't do the whole circle, then just come in and separate it. And then you can make a floral arch, maybe, or something. So that's the way it would look. So that's a fun, when they separate, it can be really fun because it makes a nice, just a light decorative element on your page. There is, I love the tents and trees. I think that's super cute and would make a really cute circle. Another one, as our time is marching right along, I thought I would show you is, okay, so here's more of our bicycles. This is the tire tracks that we just got. Kind of a cool element. This one is a little bit trickier to line up, but you would just connect the arrows, and you can see how I wasn't super good at it, but I did make it work a couple times there. Takes a little practice, just like anything else. You've got the scalloped hearts. They came out with something blue. That one would make a nice circle, but you can see I did kind of mess it up right here. I didn't have it aligned properly, and so I got a little bit of a wedge. Sometimes you can fix those with scissors and make them go away, or sometimes you could go in and just cover that with an embellishment and no one will even see it. So keep that in mind. This is the newest Border Maker cartridge, the Thirst Quencher Border Maker, and I thought I would just show you really quick. It's another one that separates, and when I put this one together, I chose to go ahead and connect the glass that's here on the edge, this glass. If you go ahead and connect that with the next punch and then just cut it across, that's what I did in these. I just went ahead and connected it and cut it across the top of that glass. So when I did that, I lined up the edge of the base of the glass is what I was looking at, and I overlapped the base of the glass on this side, or in my punch, with what was already punched of the base of the glass from the previous punch. And when you do that, then you get an extra wide top of the glass, but the base stays relatively the same. All right, and then you just come in here and separate. If you go all the way around, you don't have to worry about the separating it thing, but I'm just doing that just to make it easier for me to show you the trimming process. And you don't have to trim it every time. Like, not every border or punch, border maker cartridge or punch will leave bits that you have to trim, but most of them do. So don't worry about it. Just come in here with your scissors, get creative, and imagine where the line's going to be, and go ahead and just trim it so that it looks appropriate. And then you'll have some really cute decorative elements for your next layout. All right? Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I'd be happy to help. And I hope that this has been something fun and exciting for you to learn how to do. It is a super fun option to have, to be able to add to your layouts this way. And I hope that you'll use it. Thanks so much for joining me. Until next time, I hope you have many more creative moments. Make it a great day.